It's all right. You think I don't know you? You think I don't know? You think I don't know? You got the same issues, right? You got the same issue. Let us begin. Every founder thinks momentum dies because their business slows down. It doesn't. Momentum dies because you hit your internal ceiling, not the market. So the founder life cycle is 1 to 5 years, realistically, because you're going to hit your ceiling at that 5-year mark. Most, right? So you have chaos fueled momentum. So you have vision, you have adrenaline, and you have necessity. So it keeps you going because of the adrenaline. You have the vision of understanding where you want to go, and you need it to happen for you. You need it to happen for you. It's not oh, I'm trying to make it happen. No. You need it to happen. So you're going to try. And so you're ever pushing forward from year 1 to year 2, year 3 to year 4. Operational discipline kicks in. You hire, you systemize, and you start to stabilize. Your life starts to become your business because now your business is generating you money, but also you have stabilized it enough by hiring the right people, getting your business into the rooms and getting people to talk about it. So now you're starting to see that financial revenue come back into place. That's year 3 to 4. Year 5, your identity outgrows the architecture. Your company expands, but you don't evolve at the same speed. And you have to recognize that, because the second you realize that, oh shit, I have outgrown the very business that I fell in love with and that I've attached my identity to. When it's time to leave that business and or pivot into a new business, you are losing yourself. You are going to lose your identity. You are going to lose your drive. You are going to lose your fire because it was all wrapped up in the business. That is the life cycle of the founder. The founder literally is going to have a death, quote unquote, because of these factors, right? Your business starts to stabilize, but your identity starts to outgrow it. You don't want to be there anymore. And so your identity starts to lag. Your founders stop winning because their nervous systems can't handle bigger opportunities. They cling on to outdated identities and traits. Their environment stays the same. Their edge dulls because survival is gone. Power doesn't grow. Only operations grow. So you and yourself as a founder understand that, okay, cool, I've gotten to a certain place where I wanted my business to be, and I've now hit a ceiling, and you feel that ceiling. And then when bigger opportunities come, it shakes your nervous system, which then puts you into a very scared place because you know that you're going to have to let go of your identity and become anew. And to become anew requires your nervous system to go through a power of stretching, of hardship, of not knowing what the fuck to do, of really just sitting and saying, fuck, I have to let go. I have to become more. The better you want it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get it. You have to literally let go and force yourself into a position of, I don't know, and being suspended in the air so that your nervous system can start to feel these new opportunities in a deeper way. And so your operations are still going to grow, but you're not going to grow. And that's the issue. Because you've identified with that operation so long that now to detach from it, it feels like literal death and you don't want to go through that. So take the time to understand what you're doing in your life that is slowing your power down, because you want power. You want respect. You want what? Pussy. Power, pussy, and respect is something that keeps the world going in the masculine fear, and you know you want that. But you're not allowing yourself the grace to let go and go through that stretching process that needed to then take on more opportunity, more abundance, and have your nervous system stretched. And so the law of diminishing identity returns when the identity that built the first 3 million is the same identity trying to reach 20 million, you plateau, right? So your architecture must evolve. Your psychological wiring, your decision velocity, your emotional load handling, your brand presence, and your mythos towards what you're doing has to change. And it has to change quickly. Because what gave you the $5 million is not going to get, what gave you the $3 million is not going to get you to 20 million. Why is that? Your nervous system got used to 3 M's. And so now when it's time to go upwards, it's time to change, it's time to pivot, it's time to partner up with bigger and more successful, elevated operators and operations, you just don't know what to do. And so you have to really look yourself in the mirror and say, where am I still clinging on to the old identity that I must release? And sometimes you're going to feel at the precipice of doing something that you've never done before because you're taking on a project that you've never seen before, nor has your nervous system taken on the capacity to handle it. But however, that doesn't mean that you can't have it. That doesn't mean that the power required to get there you can't have. That doesn't mean that the rooms that you have to enter, you don't have the ability to get into. It just means you have to sit and really look yourself in the mirror. Your nervous system needs to be rewired immediately. Give yourself the allowance to be stretched by the universe, right? Go into these rooms. Go into the meetings with the new guys. Go and be the smallest fish again. Take the jump or take the risk, the calculated risk that you know you should be taking, but you're avoiding. Go do the work that's boring, but actually will accelerate you in getting to the opportunity, right? Do something you've never done before, because then it gives your nervous system the opportunity to be stretched in a way that it's never been stretched before. Really take the time to understand yourself at a deep, deep, deep level so that you understand now, okay, great. This doesn't feel comfortable, but I'm still solidifying the environment that's going to get me to the next goal or the next achievement, whatever that looks like for you. And so I want you to also start to think that here are the telltale signs, right? So founders lose momentum when they start repeating their old success stories. Content dries up. They hire out of fear, not vision. They avoid deeper rooms. They hide behind operations instead of your identity. Again, you have an identity leak. You want power, but you don't know how to contain it. You've built a business that gives you cash value, but you haven't built the value within your identity so that when you step in the rooms, you are actually making an impact upon arrival with your presence. There's an energetic game that's going on into this, right? And the alignment that you are running from is what's going to take you to the next level. Sometimes it literally takes you just sitting still, looking yourself in the mirror, asking yourself, what am I repeating in my mind? What needs rewiring in my nervous system? And then just going and entering the room, even though you might not know everything about the room. That will stretch you enough, right? That will give your ego a hit. That will put your nervous system at a place that it hasn't been before, but then it has to recalibrate. And the longer you stand in those rooms, feeling like the smallest fish, right? Feeling like you're inadequate, feeling like women aren't seeing you, feeling like the money is too grandiose for you, right? Feeling like the other founders have usurped you. You then get the stability you're looking for, because over time, your environment just becomes your reality and your nervous system gets a chance to stabilize. Give yourself that grace, right? And so the fix, your solution, rebuild your identity architecture, increase nervous system bandwidth, restructure brand presence, reignite strategic pressure, and realign power, not just revenue. A lot of you are just leaning on the money that your business has granted you. You don't do well with women. You don't do well with other powerful men. You don't do well in powerful circles. You're invisible in environments. It literally takes you doing the work to sit and understand yourself at a deeper level. Understanding yourself and understanding the way that you operate, and understanding that the things that you've done in the past don't then just get put into the present and the goals that you're going after, the wife that you're going after, the kids that you want to raise, the environment or the home that you want to build. It doesn't fucking work. It doesn't translate. Power doesn't translate. You take it and you embrace it, because if you don't fucking take it and you don't embrace it, you're not going to fucking have it. And everything in your life is not going to start to equal out into the things that you're looking for. So really take the time to understand yourself at that deeper level and look yourself in the mirror. And if you're ready to actually step into the power, step into the identity that you know you have within you and that you know will take you to the next level, the link is in the description below so that you can get your identity reconstructed with me one-on-one. Consider yourself warned.